true.
I'm like driving down here, I'm like, who the fuck would live here? It's like, it's the desert. Who wants to live in the desert? Who drives down the road and says, look, nothing's gonna grow here. Let's move there.
It saves you from mowing the lawn crap, you know?
See, but you have to worry about lighting your lawn on fire.
If you come to a race like this, be sure to bring a few key things. Your thighs will thank you later. I suggest baby powder or Gold Bond. Don't wear tighty whities, wear boxers or boxer briefs. I could cook an egg in my ass, dude. I could fucking...
Even me at my age, I'm 37, I've got a lot of life experience. I've been a lot of places, I've done a lot of things outside of racing, so that helped me become who I am today. You know, and a lot of these people, they've never been anywhere, so their experience is what they've learned in books and what they've seen on TV. So, you know, this little bit of experience they're getting, they think that by doing this, now I'm, this much better of a person. And it's not always the case. All these new experiences for anyone, they go out and do things, it's just making you that much better. It's a small bit. It's just like when you build a car to be fast. It's not one set of sway bars that's going to make you dominate the track. It's going to be a whole lot of little things, a whole lot of little packages that you put on the car is what's going to make you fast. So going through life is the same thing. You're constantly collecting bits and pieces that makes you who you are. You know, it's just the makeup of how people are.
Being in Iowa and being away from VW people and being away from anybody knowledgeable about VWs in the country, there really wasn't any resource for it. I grew up building motors and tinkering with cars with my old man, but the Volkswagens were a far and away departure from that. So the only other guy I had working on the car was an old Beetle guy, and my first experience bringing the car to him was, he went through what was going to be, little did I know, many checklists of, this all needs to be replaced, and I popped the hood on the car, and his first comment was, "Oh, we haven't seen one of those before," and kind of knew I was in trouble then.
I've had this Rockwell for a long time, and as much as it's part of my identity, I'd love to keep it, but I kind of like to get something with air conditioning. Does that sound too girly?
First Volkswagen I ever bought was 82 Rabbit GL 1.7 liter 5-speed. Fun little car. Had it for almost a year, and I got ran off the road and hit a tree sideways.
I think I'd had it for about 2 weeks before I put the suspension and the lights on and the wheels on. It was kind of a quick progression to at least get the cosmetic stuff done. And then after about 2 years, I did my first motor swap. And then I did a tranny swap after that. And then I did another motor swap because the first one blew up.
I had an 84 Mustang 4-cylinder automatic for a while. I had a 84 Toyota 4Runner for a while, which was pretty cool. Got me a lot more chicks than this car ever did. And then that's pretty much it. That's all I've ever owned. I've never had a daily driver. I've never had a backup plan for when this car is down. I think all the friends that I have are all pretty much into either V-dubs or, you know, German or motorsport in general. Some of my friends back home in Iowa aren't into VWs at all. But, you know, you can only talk about VWs to a non-VW person for so long before they're just like, shut the fuck up about it. On the other hand, your friends don't get it, you know, who aren't VW people. You know, they don't get why you're all tired and pissed off and upset all the time. It's because you spent all night at the shop, you know, banging your fucking knuckles and beating your head against the wall.
I remember, I mean, I don't mean to go back and be all reminiscent on this, but I remember the first time I saw a NASCAR race on TV with my dad. And I saw him racing on the track. I told my dad then, I said, I want to be a race car driver. And his supportive answer was, you can't afford it. And he was right. You know, on the level that I can afford to race, this is it. This is all I can really afford to do. You know, I do my own thing, very low budget. I race as many events as I can afford to run, and that's all I can do. Canadian. You host Showtime's Red Carpet?
Yeah.
So she knows how to use a mic more than you do.
Yeah, I do.
Let her hold the mic.
Yeah.
Very good with big black things.
I'm okay. I'm okay. No, that'll be what, $20?
Yeah, you want me to come back and hold you? I'll go back. All right,
I want my camera back.
You want your camera? See, he's shot.
This is Carler.
Oh.
Sterners.
Gotta unlock it first. What up, man?
Morning, man. How you doing? How you feeling?
I'm going back to sleep.
Are you serious? You know what time it is?
Dude, man, it's noon.
It's fucking, yeah.
It's 1:30.
You're full of shit. What time is it?
Feel how hot it is, man.
Fuck that, dude. That's why I'm going back to bed. Alright, what are we doing?
Washing cars and going to the track.
Dude, it ain't fucking noon, you little lying bastard. Get that fucking fat piece of shit moving. Something great about taking a box full of parts, you know, and massive credit card bills and turning it into something that you could turn the key on, and every fucking time you put your foot into it, it gives you a smile. Oh, I blew out a seal on my tranny.
That's not good.
You don't happen to have one, do you?
Which one?
The big green one? Inside?
The cover?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one. Okay, my place. I got one somewhere.
Actually, me and Mike met at autocross. The first year I was autocrossing, through the same guy who got me into autocrossing, Randy Walters. He introduced me and Mike hit it off. Me and Mike had the same mindset. We both just loved to race. And, you know, I was poor, couldn't afford it, and he did what he could to help me out. Now, he's a great guy, and he and I, we click for some reason. You know, I'm not really a people person. You'd never know it. I don't really get along. I don't have a whole lot of friends, but the friends I do have, you know, are close to me, and Mike's one of them.
That is unbelievable.
So you got an interview with the guy, and he's totally just laughing about it.
I know, how about laughing?
He was like, hey, you pay to play. Julie's here?
You do pay to play. But he wanted 666, and they said, no, it's already taken. He's like, ah. And we were both discussing that. Why is he picking 666? Sean! So that's why he picked 000. Thank God. Oh my God, Sean.
Little things.
Dude, we were walking by and we were interviewing people, and I go, put this on that window. I go, what a bad thing to do.
And then look.
Yeah, it's karma.
Sure.
So.
So you're gonna be back next year?
Of course, man.
Same car? You're just gonna rebuild the whole thing?
We're gonna try to make this car done. If not, it will be my A2 Golf. So
Sweet.
One or the other.
Sweet.
So
Good luck.
can you tell us about the car, like how you built it, like what's cool about it, like before it burned? I mean, like yesterday. Tell us about the car yesterday. We put a lot of work into that car. It had a GT2871R turbo, external wastegate, boost controller, nitrous, custom front mount intercooler, custom clutch, light and flywheel. I mean, we put a lot of time and effort, suspension, upper control arms, bushings, did a lot of work to that car. And it was over a course of about 1.5 years worth of work that just went down the toilet right there.
That sucks, man.
Well, it happens. You gotta pay to play, and that's what it is,
So what made you choose the Volkswagens?
What made me choose? I drove it and I liked it.
Yeah?
Yes.
Have you had them for a long time then, or?
This one I had it for 8 years.
All right. You find there to be the Volkswagen community to be a real tight group of people?
Yes, definitely.
How come?
Well, just for example, this guy just blew up C120, and this is something that never happens. And somehow, somebody gave it to him.
So you just gave him a new seal for a training, or? So you find that just camaraderie to be a lot better between Volkswagen people?
Definitely.
Definitely. That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
No problem. You guys have a good luck today.
We'll try.
You know, I like to see people get together. I like to see people have a good time. You know, and that's what being a part of a group should be all about. You know, it's the people, not the cars.
It's a sickness, you know. Volkswagen is a sickness.
A sickness.
It's a sickness.
Yeah. How so?
Dude, this is hella stupid. Like, I mean, I'm a car guy like anybody else, but seriously, I mean.
Everybody gets off on the burnout.
If you had a $30,000 R32, would you strap it to another car? And
Absolutely not. I've watched TTs do it. I've watched a lot of cars get mangled here. And you know, whatever you want to do, dude.
I'm just saying, you know, that doesn't sound like the brightest of ideas. So.
I agree.
I mean, I like VWs, but I could really care less about the brand or, you know, being a car person or whatever. But being around the people that come together and support each other like the Volkswagen community does, that's what excites me. You know, and that's been the best thing for me. I mean, I could, you know, as long as what I've had this car and as much time and effort and money as I have in this car, I could take this car and leave it. It really wouldn't bother me all that much. you know, other than the sentimental value, but it's the people that this car has brought to me that's really important to me. Everyone wants to go out and be with everyone else, you know? There's no animosity, I don't want to say there's no, but there's not a lot of animosity and jealousy in the Volkswagen community as much as what there is in some of the other ones. And so when you get people together, everyone has a great time. You know, people will come up to me and be like, dude, that's a sick car, right? You go to like a Honda or some of the other events that I've been to, like HN, no one comes up and talks to you if your car is there, you know? No one wants to, you know, be like, oh, that's a really cool Civic, you know? And there are tons of cool cars in that community, you know? But no one will come up and tell you that.
Okay. Dude, man, frankly, it's not really how I spend my time.
I agree, me too.
I think it freaking stinks out here, man.
Yeah, I agree. I'm more...
What do I think about the way he drives?
Yeah.
He's awesome. I totally trust him.
Man, I don't know. Mike was a second ahead of him.
Mike's always a second ahead of him because Sean just can't get right there. Yeah.
Really? Is it the car, the driver?
It's the car.
Is it?
It's always the car.
Dude, we were coming around, I mean, he's purposely trying to drift just to show off and play with me, and I was like, all right, that's cool, dude. Good job. Good job. And one car wouldn't let us by, and we were having trouble, and finally it let us by, and we took this corner way wide, and he's like, oh, and I was like, no, don't say shit. Yeah, if he's saying that, I'm scared to death.
Really. Why? They said, you're going to do it, right? And I said, I wasn't planning on it. And they said, but you're going to do it, right? And I said, I wasn't planning on it. I said, well, I got a set of tires for you, so do it. I said, okay. Cops are out here in force. You guys got to behave.
Oh, no worries. I'm taking all kinds of ass shots.
Alright. Where am I supposed to go?
But they're going to get this guy out of the way.
What's up, man?
You're going to win, man.
Thanks.
They announced like, Sean's gonna be here! I was like, they already had some new blows, so go.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Huh?
Do we need somebody to hold this shit back?
We got people.
Ready?
Just trying to keep you straight, you haven't got that much room.
Set!
Whenever you're ready.
Go!
Third gear.
Hey, stop. You blew your tire. Hey, you blew your tire. That's good.
Really? You think?
Sean.
Yeah.
You're spitting out cool out the front.
That's good. Hey.
Brown.
That's good.
That was tricky.
Dude, I fucking know. Just chill out. Fuck away from me.
They said I have to get naked for him. What do you think? Is it worth it? Is it worth it?
You show your
my titties?
in New Orleans and they give you beads.
Really?
Yeah.
I go down. No, I'm just kidding. What do you come here for?
Oh, for the entertainment.
How long have you been doing this?
That's my car they're pushing away.
Really? That's Mezzy's. Isn't that Mezzy, Sean?
Yeah, this is Julie.
I don't know who you are.
Nice to meet you. I'm his wife.
Awesome.
When the car started burning oil, it was so disappointing. You know, the car was making pretty decent power for being normally aspirated. You know, I was doing 155 to the wheels if I could get enough fuel to it. You know, it felt great. The car was incredibly quick, you know, and then it's just gradually started burning oil, and that was just, it was just like the worst sinking feeling, because it's not like a quick, you know, kaboom, your car is dead. It's a gradual over time, and it got so annoying, you know. At the end of it, before I did the motor swap, it was going through a quart of oil every hour, you know, and it was just, it's depressing, because you enjoy the car so much, and you put so much hard work and so much, you know, blood, sweat, and tears into the fucking thing, and there's just nothing you can do to fucking stop it. It's like, you know, watching someone bleed to death from the inside, you know, and you're sitting there with, you know, a spoon. You know, what are you gonna do to fucking fix that?
Nobody's fucking with me.
Hey, so what happened to this car, dude?
And it looks like the oil filter gasket blew out from the flange where it sits, so it leaked oil everywhere.
Mike, we don't have Caravan, do we? I don't think so. Everything's in the truck with the track. Is he going to be able to race tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll be at AutoZone in the morning, first thing, and get an oil filter and some oil. We'll be at Shafter AutoZone.
He's just going to... Shafter, dude.
He's looking for another tire to blow or what?
Yeah, the tire blew on the left side, but also like an oil filter got sucked in or something like that, and they lost all their oil and stuff.
Yeah, we going? Yeah. Is it in gear? Parking brake on, maybe? I mean, I know I'm loaded, but I mean, Jesus. There we go. Oh, dude, it's kind of oily.
Yeah, it should be dry now.
Turn the wiper on, honey. That's good. That tells people to move out of the way. Strong like bull.
What you think of that third gear?
Yeah.
I took third gear and I was like, huh? Across the street?
Button Willow.
Turn on the flashers. Hey, go left, go straight.
Go straight.
Yep. Hope you're so far.
Oh! Oh! For the love of Christ!
Yeah. You alright, man?
Yeah, I think I forgot my name and my phone number. Other than that, I'm fine. Yeah, but you're gonna stay and drink beer, right? You can't just go home now. Quitters never win, dude, seriously. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to bust your balls.
Yeah, I got a lot of work to do on this thing tomorrow now. Yeah, not a lot of work.
All I gotta do is pull a filter. It's kind of worked out that I've been able to surround myself with a really good bunch of people and a really good support group. You know, for those times when you're sitting at home after being at the shop all night and you want to put your fist through something, you know, for someone to go, yeah, but it's going to be really cool when it's done, you know, because you can't see the forest of the trees when you're in the middle of a project. You see, that just sounds expensive to me. When I smell that, I'm like, that's expensive. I can't afford that. Oh, dude, fucking blew it right out. It's fucked up. I've never seen that happen before. So did it blow a lot of oil out then? Or did it blow the majority? Really?
Stab it right now.
I wonder how long it's been doing that. When was the last time you checked the oil?
I just changed it.
Did you check it before you ran today?
Yeah, I ran today. It was a little bit low. Dry as your dick.
You guys got oil, Sean?
No.
You need it?
You got what you got?
I got 2050 Enzo. 454. Should we get it?
Yeah.
Alright,
take it.
Our fucking hero, right?
Dude, I got
You're the way, man. You're the way. So I've been really lucky to have the friends that I have, and especially to have the girlfriend that I have, who's also a pretty diehard VW person. She's been into it longer than what I have, and she's had, a Scirocco almost as long, if not longer, than what I've had as well. So, I mean, I've got myself a pretty good support group out here. The people that aren't into VWs that I hang out with, you know, they want to be into VWs.
Hey, you guys come to these shows a lot?
This is my first time.
Yeah, what do you like best? What brings it?
Burnout.
The burnout? You do anything stupid for us? Yeah, we got some cool guys here. Here we go. Alright, well that's pretty much all the cool shit they can do. When you got what you think, you know, like, I mean, like I said, dude, you just cut it off.
They were
kind of dorks.
Boring.
Yeah.
I mean, great guys.
You know, as far as like footage or something goes on people that, you know, first timers and stuff.
Let's hear it.
Oh, yeah. There we go. To the window, to the wall.
Like talking about like waivers and this and that and what can go on.
All right.
Find me tomorrow.
All right, that's all right.
Dad?
Down? Yeah. We're going to ship it to your parents and their parents' parents, everybody.
Probably. Probably depends what kind of car you're driving, but definitely for a Scirocco, beer is a factor.
I think beer and cars in general go hand in hand because you need something to dull the pain. Anyone who's a real true car enthusiast that isn't a drinker, I don't trust. Because I don't think there's any other way to get through it. I mean, there just isn't. I wouldn't say it's Volkswagen specific. Although some of the biggest drinkers I know are Volkswagen owners. Consequently, I don't know if that tells you anything.
No! Whoa!
Stop!
There it went. Now where?
You gonna rub your nipples or something?
I'm good, man. Don't sweat it. Part of the game. Sometimes you break.
I'm just saying.
I'm all for that.
You can take my car out, you can break it and make it feel better.
It'll never be just transportation for me. I take it way too personally. Which unfortunately I take it too personally to a fault. You know, I get really, you know, I have a little bit of an anger management problem. And I get really fucking upset when the car's not doing what I want it to do. It's totally not the car's fault. You know, it's totally the loosest nut is the one behind the wheel, but I get totally fucking pissed off. The car isn't fucking doing what I want it to do. It's fucking pushing, or it's just not fucking doing what I want to do. It's a fucking piece of shit car, and it's totally not the car's fault. It's completely my fault. But I take it personally like that. You know, and when I blew up the second motor, I really took it personally. I really took it as, you know, this fucking car is out to ruin my life.
You kissed me again on TV.
What's wrong?
Yeah.
Nothing's wrong. The world is groovy.
What happened with your car?
It blows seals out of oil filters. Oh, you're kidding me. That's
Is it fixable?
Yeah. I need about a week and about $1,000.
Kidding.
For the motor.
Didn't tear the seal or anything.
Oh, it just blew right out the side.
Yeah.
No, just something blowing the passageway.
Sean, you think it's the gasket?
No, I stole Shannon's filter and it did the same thing.
I know, but you think it's the gasket on the block? Or the flange?
Very well could be, because yeah, you know, it did blow at the same spot, didn't it?
Yeah, it blew it in the exact same spot.
Check, double check.
So wait a second, how would that work though?
It's blowing past it?
It's blowing.
It blew on this side.
Dude,
and then
tech
it blew out
talk.
This side.
It's all tech talk right now.
Tech talk.
Sean's going to show us how it's done.
Partial
We're running out
VW's
of
tech
brag,
talk.
so we got to stop testing.
Fine.
Oh my god. What it's doing is, okay, if you're, use a motor, sitting like this.
Yeah.
This
am
part
the
of the
motor.
gasket is doing this, it's blowing out right there, and it's pretty much the same spot every time. But I thought it was because of how, you know, turning it on, it stops. And I got his filter, did the same thing, and I thought it was sealing. So I was sitting there running it, and I go, vroom, vroom, and he's like, ah!
You know what?
Boom.
It's the oil pump.
Huh?
How
The oil
so?
pump's over pressurizing and blowing the gasket.
Because there's a bypass in the oil pump, right?
Exactly.
There's a spring-loaded bypass on
Because
it.
if you've changed the filter and it's still doing the same thing, it's the pump.
You don't think it's something blocking? I mean, there'd have to be a lot of shit blocking, right?
Yeah, it's the pump. The pump's overdoing it.
That was just the coolest thing for me, you know, and to be with a great bunch of people who you could be like, well, you know, my car's doing this, you know, and I don't know why it's doing it. You know, and there's 3 guys with wrenches attacking your car, which is typically a Scirocco thing, you know, because, you know, no Scirocco sits parked for long without the hood going up. But I just thought that was awesome. I like to watch the lights come on. I like to teach people about what they need to do to get power out of the car, to get their car running, or so on and so forth. I just really dig that.
It's out 800 horsepower
That's
stock.
true. That's true.
Listen to these guys. Before they came here,
Exactly.
they didn't talk like this. This is what it's about, dude. It's a bug. It's a disease. It just.
Oh, get this, here we go! One of our own is inside now.
Crikey, it's in the belly of the beast.
Oh my God.
With the camera. White people, dude, they're crazy.
Crazy white people! Drink, drinky, drinky.
We need to get George.
Get him. Hey, you want to get in there with him? You want in there with him?
I don't really have an opinion on them. You know? People want to ride them, fine. It's awesome for a racetrack because you can get around the paddock easier, but I guess they were having some problems with them last night, and the law enforcement, I guess they wanted to drive them on the street last night. You know, let's just, grow up, people. I don't know. I don't know if they thought he was being cool or if he was just trying to have a good time, but you gotta realize that people live here. This is their home, and if you're going to disrespect their home, you got to expect the police to roll up on you and give you a ticket or lock you up. And anywhere you go, if you try to pull stuff like this, anywhere you go, you're going to attract attention from law enforcement. And now the law enforcement is the bad guy because they pulled you over and gave you a ticket.
I don't want to deal with any of this. Everyone just needs to go to fucking bed. Turn the fucking cameras off and go to fucking bed.
Are you recording?
No.
I'd say getting them to do a burnout's out of the question.
I think you're going to see car show events be more geared towards entertainment. Duh. If I grew up watching the Fast and the Furious when I was 14 or 15, I'd find the biggest fucking wing I could find, stick it on my Civic. It doesn't have to be fast. So that's what it is. What blows my mind is you see 30, 40-year-old women, with a LX, Accord with a wing on it. Where does that come from? That's popular culture. That's what it is. I don't hate people for that. You do what you want to do. I choose not to roll like that.
You've been to Hawaii, haven't you, you roaming gnome?
Hey, he needs a car. You gonna hook him up?
Our goal now is to find. Yeah. Well, we got a job. We gotta find and we gotta highlight some of.
Right. We're gonna use the power of media to get what we want.
No, I'm going a different direction here. We gotta go around and look at the older cars because there's not a whole lot of love left for the A1 and the A2. So let's walk around here real quick to the left. In fact, there's a Scirocco right here I want you to see.
See, it's a family festivity when you've got Bobo the clown.
Yeah. See, clowns freak me out, dude.
Yeah, I don't like
clowns. They scare me. I bet he's got a rap sheet a mile long. Anyways, this car right here. It's clean as hell. But he runs it hard all the time.
Right.
But it's clean. This is just this car he built himself. He's put a lot of effort into it, a lot of time and a lot of skills. And a lot of people just walk past and don't even get a second left. They're heading right over to the Mark IVs.
Right.
So you got to look at this and you got to stop and go, wow, man, check this thing out. This is a high maintenance car. You got to work in this car all the time. It's the nature of the beast. It's a screaming car. Here's a Mark II Scirocco, or also known as an S2. Let's see what this one's got. Look at that piping. Turbocharged 2-liter 16 valve, front mount intercooler, cold air intake, standalone fuel management system. There's no way in hell this thing would ever pass smog in California. No way.
I don't think he does.
You know whose car that is, right?
No.
It's Shannon's.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I should talk shit about it, but I can't.
that?
No.
We think we have him as a car.
What they got?
Where?
Let's go back
Ask
to the
him,
tent.
ask him what is it?
What is it?
What kind of car is it?
I'll drive it.
We got an affirmative on a driver if he's on the keys.
Nice to meet you. Lost a oil pump yesterday. I'd be driving my own car.
But the guy's good.
Well, I mean, if you have any reservations, it's cool.
Well, it's just, the car's got like 10 miles on it. Put it together. And it's not mine. That's the only reservation.
No, I don't want to run it. I don't want to run it. You drove it here, or you?
No, I trailered it.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna run it. Sorry, man.
That's right. No,
I'm picky about what I'll drive too, but no, I mean,
you'd have fun in it.
I would, but not with just 10 miles on it. You don't have enough braking time. No, it'll break. And I mean that in the best possible way.
It'll break.
It's just, no.
Hey, Maisie, what if we go get on the PA and say, this is Sean Maisie or whatever your full last name is?
Yeah, see, I'm weird about that. It wigs me out. I couldn't, I mean, if somebody wants to go announce it, that's fine, but I couldn't do it. It's almost to the point of begging. I'm not going to beg for a ride. Now, see, this is cool as hell. Who's done this? That is cool. It's fairly accurate. I spent some time in Germany. It seems like it's fairly accurate. They did their homework on it. Could be cleaner. But see, it looks like they roughed somebody up. They banged them up against the door before they put them in. So you got to have, you got to have the before they're like, damn, I forgot to open the door. And then they throw them in. Because I want to see if I can drive it in the road race. Yeah.
Which car?
The Posey car.
Oh, no, I Ray-Ban cop glasses.
Oh, really?
I haven't seen them.
Why didn't you just ask Biggie to make an announcement and tell him to come over to his car?
Okay. I guess not. Where are you from? Where are we doing the PA announcements from? Biggie.
Yo.
Can you call the owner of the Posey Jetta to go to his car?
Bullseye, which is the Bullseye Jetta?
Posey.
Bullseye?
The cop Jetta.
Okay.
Report to his car. I'm gonna see if he'll let me drive in the road race. That'd be a shit, wouldn't it?
Attention with the owner of the Mark III Jetta Polizei, the police car. The owner of the Mark III Jetta with the police. Police 1400 right away. Here at these, first time in
The more I think about it, the more funny I think it's going to be to drive.
Absolutely.
It's probably bone stock and got nothing, but so what?
Who cares?
It'll be on the track.
Put the lights on.
Yeah. Hands up in the air. Put the hands on top of the automobile. This yours?
What?
No.
Kidding me?
Never mind. I'm trying to find the owner.
He'll let you.
Think he won't? Do you know him?
Phone number.
Actually, no.
We paid him to come to his car, but I don't know what he looks like.
Hey, come on, we need to get a hold of him quick.
The owner?
Yeah.
How you doing? I'm Sean Maisie.
Nice to meet you.
Broke my car last night. I need a car for the expert road race class.
Okay.
What do you think about putting this on the track, getting some video time? I'm gonna have a cameraman in the car with me. I won't push the 10/10s. They're all gonna pass me probably, but it'll be on the track.
Yeah, that's fine. It's really low on gas right now. It's in the red, so.
I'll put gas in it. So tell me what you've done to it, besides just low, and you got crossroad rotors, drums in the rear. What else has it got?
It's got intake, a cam. The fueling's not right though, so it's got a big dead spot between $3 and $4 grand.
Okay, so keep it revved.
Yeah.
It's not my car, I'm not gonna push a 10/10s.
Right.
I mean, I've been road racing for a long time. I don't drive other people's car that way. So I just figured, since I'm out of a car, I may as well get somebody's car on the track. I was trying to get the other guys, but they're like, no, they're afraid. But
You gonna put the lights on?
yeah, I'll put the lights on. Is there a siren?
There's no siren.
I've got 16s with race rubber, but I don't think they're gonna fit on this. You want to try doing it, or would you rather just run your street tires? Yeah, I think they might rub on the. What do you got for springs?
They're coilovers. I got
Are they?
the spanner wrenches, so we can bring it up if you want.
Well, you want to try and fit them? In fact, you know what? I'll ride with you.
All right.
Can we cruise over there real quick so we can get tires on? was saying about just go with the flow? Yep. Sometimes something good comes from something bad. This will be cool.
Dude, this is the coolest car at the show, bar none.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
This is the coolest car, dude.
It's as close to a replica. What made you do this?
I just don't have a lot of money to throw at rims and body kits and crap like that, so I thought might as well be original and have some fun.
My helmet. There it is. No, I need my helmet. Cool.
Move it around your head like a helicopter.
Hey, thanks again, dude.
A car to me, in a lot of respects, is really kind of a living and breathing companion. You know, I mean, anytime you spend a lot of your time with a car, especially under the hood or on a lift or in the driveway or, you know, even online trying to find stuff for the car, I mean, it really does. It becomes an extension of yourself, you know, and that's reflected in a lot of things you do to the car and a lot of, you know, the way you treat the car. It's definitely more than just transportation. If it's just, you know, I can understand having a daily driver and it just being transportation. But unfortunately, the way I work, that's really hard for me to do. You know, when I was looking for a car to replace this that would be just transportation, you know, all the cars I looked at were totally cars that I would completely fuck with. I mean, I could go out and buy a Honda Civic and, you know, call it daily transportation, but, you know, those turbo kits are way too cheap for those cars. I'd probably have to do that. I've come to the realization in the past 6 months that, you know, the car's probably never going to leave my ownership, you know, unless it gets wadded up or something like that. Knock on wood. It probably never will, because it's not just daily transportation. I have some of the best memories I've ever had of my life in this car. You know, this car brought me to my girlfriend. I got to keep the car for at least that.
I've always kind of been attached to my cars. I got really upset when my first one died. I was like in tears. It was awful. As for Mr. Scirocco, I did actually name it Mr. Scirocco, although it's a girl. Mr. Scirocco's always been there for me when no one else has been there. So we have a great bond in that he usually never lets me down when I want him to perform.
Head nod. Do you know what the head nod is? You know how you say, how are you? Oh, I'm good, I'm fine. I get that means go to hell, fuck off. So if anybody's like, you know, you're like, hey, how you doing? And they're like, I don't like that. So coming to a Euro event, did you get any shit for having it?
Not yet. I'm sure as the day goes on, I'll hear something. But no, it blew me away. Me and all my ignorance, I wasn't aware of what the Dub show was. So I was like, oh, cool. I guess we're going to be racing on 20-inch rims.
That's what I thought too. Dubwars. Nobody understands Volkswagens.
Yeah, and then I totally figured it. Oh, V-Dub. So that made sense. And no, actually, everybody's been really warm. They've accepted me, and I'm really impressed by the amount of cars and the quality that's out here. You know, I think the VW community as a whole is more grassroots than, you know, say the import community. It's, you know, Japanese cars are very much publicized and it's out there in the limelight and they're making movies about it and shit. Excuse me. And the long and the short of it is I feel that the European tuners maybe have a little bit more aesthetic quality to what they do. And it's not as highly publicized, so, you know, you don't have as many people to copy. There's a lot of individuality out here, and I'm looking to see different kits and different rims, and everybody's got a taste of their own.
It's all about having fun, man.
Thanks, man. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. So how are you going to drive?
I'm going to drive, well, it's not my car, so I'll drive 8 tenths, 10 tenths in some places. A lot of people who race or try to race, they're fast between the corners. I'm fast in the corners too, even in a slower car. I mean, this car should finish DFL in this class, but I probably won't.
So a complete stranger gave you this car?
Complete stranger, never met him before in my life, and told him what I wanted to do,
and he was more than into it. So, I mean, you gotta love that.
So you say 10 tenths, what does that mean?
10 tenths is pushing the car as hard as I possibly can. So most of the time, you go 8 tenths. In a car that's not yours, you go 8 tenths. You leave a little out there, so if you make any mistakes, you're not as fast, but you know the car survives the track. He's still got to drive this thing back to Vegas, so you know I can't tear up his car.
It's a sickness. It's in their blood. You know, they don't know how to stop. They don't know when to quit. You know, they're buying ramen noodles for race tires. You know, when I started hanging out with some of those guys, when I started autocrossing this car, I was like, oh, dude, clearly that is not the way. Some people want to beat the clock. Some want to beat other people, and some people just want to scare themselves.
Can you tell us about your car?
Yeah, it's a 1998 Golf Mark IV, and it's a 1.9 liter 5-cylinder turbocharged engine, 6-speed race gearbox from Audi IMSA car, the same with the rear differential. Suspension, everything is custom made, and the subframes, everything custom made. So,
what kind of horsepower are you throwing down?
I really don't know, but I know 830.
Wow. And this is like the third time this car's been in the U.S.?
It's the second time.
Second time?
Yeah.
First time on the West Coast, or?
Yeah, in Florida.
Excellent. You like the track?
Yeah, the track is fine, but it's a little tricky to learn.
Yeah.
Need some laps to learn that.
Excellent. You gonna get a chance to go out in a little bit?
I hope so.
Yeah, so I guess I have to really seriously start rethinking my plan of what is too much, because now I'm at the point where I'm approaching, you know, my limit of what I said was going to be too much, and I realized that I just want a little bit more than too much.
So I've heard a lot of hype about R32s.
Well, the R32 is basically the best thing Volkswagen's brought out into North America. The basics are inside is all factory, outside's factory. What we've done first of all is we've upgraded the suspension, we've upgraded the brakes for track use. R32 factory brakes, by the way, are phenomenal. We've posted some of the best braking numbers we've ever done with the factory brakes.
How fast is this thing?
The best posted rates that we've done in North America have been 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds, quarter mile in 11.4, top speed of 212 miles an hour.
Wow. Yeah, one of the expert drivers blew their car, and now another dub, the police dub that's out there, that guy let him use it, doesn't know who he is, anything like that, so he's racing with the experts.
And that's a testament to the community.
Yes, you mean as in terms of having someone drive your own car and showing you what your car is capable
Honestly, because I would have never
Absolutely.
went into those corners.
The thing is, when you know what your vehicle is capable of, and you have somebody drive it for you, then you know what you're doing wrong. But until you see that, you'll be completely blind to the fact that you're not the good driver. Your car is capable, it's you that's not maneuvering it right.
Exactly, and none of us want to agree with that.
Absolutely.
So what is this?
This is a KO4 car, S4. Ran a 12.064 on the quarter mile track here. It's got a front mount intercooler. It's got the Revo soft frame. It runs great. It was a lot of time was spent on tuning this particular vehicle.
As far as the show side of it and the racing side of it, what do you like better? Or?
I like all of it.
All of it.
All of it, because I like the racing myself personally. But the show has to be there because not everyone is necessarily going to want to take their car out there and take the risk that I personally took.
Right.
So, you know, and I respect that because it's their daily driver. It's the car that they want to go back home in.
So you're the owner? Yes, sir. And you're going to let him use your car? Yeah. Tell us why.
Just helping another Volkswagen owner out, I guess.
Do you know what 10 tenths mean? The lingo 10 tenths or 8 tenths?
Yeah, like driving a car to its max.
Where do you think you fit into there with this?
How I drive it?
Yeah.
Oh, probably 7 at the most.
Yeah?
There's a few times I've probably...
He won't go above that, don't worry.
I was driving because that's why I raced a good job.
Yeah? Are you the fastest girl on the track today?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, is your daddy racing, or?
Daddy was racing too because that's why he raced real fast.
Yeah, do you like this kind of car show? Do you like going here with your daddy?
Uh-huh.
Yeah? What do you like best?
I like the basketball because that's my best doing. Because I like driving.
Can you give a big thumbs up and wave into the camera? Wave into the camera.
Hey, I didn't finish dead last.
You didn't?
Did I not predict?
I mean, it makes no fucking sense. There's no reason that I need this much power. Absolutely not. And you know, by anyone's admission, including mine, it's not a good idea for me to have this much power. You know, I mean, people have a desire to get that sensation, to be, you know, to running on that edge.
I think it's just someone who has an idea to build a car and does it. It's more like building a house, you know?
Same reason why people crack open Xboxes and turn them into computers, you know? It's ingenuity, it's human nature. You're never gonna get away from it.
I think it's mostly just this people, it becomes your identity. You get kind of lost in it.